Hey everyone, Captain Amazing here, and today we're going to talk about how to farm in a Lightspeed bundle world. So let's jump into it. A lot of people have been wondering, what should they farm? And I thought about it too, because I was like, what am I going to farm? There's CG has pretty much sold us 5 GLs. They've soft sold us the rest of them. As far as there's some things that they've sold us for Leia, for JMK, for Lord Vader, and in the next year I don't think it's that impossible that they're gonna be a bundle for like Leia, JMK, and Lord Vader. I don't think it's that far that we're gonna see bundles for those, and we're kind of running out of things for them to sell us. Like, legitimately, they're running out of characters to make Lightspeed bundles, and they even started doing some whack bundles for like $65 to $75 for the Ahsoka stuff. So a lot of people have been wondering, like, what do we farm, or what do I farm, or what can we do in the future now that they're pretty much just selling everything and just throwing it all at us. So I wanted to talk a little about that. What are your options, and what is my philosophy? Because I did think about this when they first started making Lightspeed bundles, and I tailored my farms towards this philosophy. And I did share a video a long time ago of kind of what I thought, but I want to expand on that. So let's talk about, first thing is, finish what you purchased. So if you bought a Jabba bundle, farm Jabba. If you bought gas, farm gas. If you bought any single bundle and you don't have that unlock, then go ahead and unlock it. So for me, I have the the Afra bundle. I already purchased it, so it's safe for me to slap a Zeta on Hondo, unlock Afra, and level up Afra, because I already have a bundle for it. They're not going to give me a bundle with Afra completely unlocked in Relic. So every investment that you have for like a legendary character, or pretty much a journey guide character, they're not going to give you that character. They're going to give you the characters that unlock them. So if you have the ability to, if you haven't already unlocked any of these, you can safely put investment into them without the risk that they're going to make a bundle out of that character. Like, there's not going to be a Thrawn bundle where they give us Thrawn straight up. They're going to they gave us like Phoenix. So that's what you can do. First of all, is whatever characters or galactic legends or journeys that you have that they're not they're not invested in, go ahead and invest what you already purchased or what you have ready, and that's a very safe investment because there's no way to get a bundle from that. So that's my first advice, is just to finish those farms and get them up and running, put the investment into them, and so that you can not worry, because there's no way that is going to be purchasable. The next thing that you can do is focus on income farms. So things like Jabba, assault battles, Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, Bo-Katan Mandalore. So if you farm these farms right here, the Imperial Remnant team, the Poncho Bros, either Phoenix or Inquisitors, Night Sisters, First Order, Sith, Jedi, Rebels, Imperial Troopers, Jabba for one of them. So you can safely farm these, because if you get this going and they make a bundle, and a lot of these are bundles already, but if they do give you a bundle for it, you don't have to worry about it, because you farm these for a reason, and that's for resources. So if you focus towards resource driven farms, even if they make a bundle out of it, it's not a loss, because you got the resources from that farm in the interim from that time. So that's what you can also invest in, is finish your assault battles, finish your Jabba farms, farm Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, farm Bo-Katan Mandalore, because Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, Bo-Katan Mandalore, they give you Kyrotechs and your guild needs them if you can unlock Zepho and Mandalore. So farming those farms, it doesn't matter if they, in a year or 2 years, they come out with bundles for them, because you're going to want access to Zepho and you're going to want access to Bo-Katan Mandalore as soon as possible. So that is a very safe farm, because the sooner you get it, the better your guild will be. So if you have everything unlocked, you have everything that you've purchased. So you got C, you got Jabba, you got JML, you have SLKR, you have Rey, you unlocked Afra, Starkiller, all these other bundles, and you're like, okay, well, what do I farm? Because I can do anything. Then go for finish your assault battles, unlock Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, Bo-Katan Mandalore, because that's going to give you more income. Super safe bet. Next, Conquest characters. So they did give us a Conquest character for for Cat, and while people could have purchased that one for $35, I don't think it's a very good bundle. And I would say if you have access to these Conquest characters, because, you know, if you're someone like me where you have all the Conquest characters but you haven't been able to invest in them, then that's what I would do. I would invest in getting those Conquest characters up, like Trench, Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, Maul, Luthen is an excellent one. So you can get these up and running, invest in them, and then that's a safe investment for the most part, because even if they come out with a really crappy bundle for it, you don't have to purchase it, because you can just invest in it in yourself. And that's something that you can do, is just invest in your Conquest characters, get their teams up and running, because chances are they're not going to have bundles for those characters, and if they do, they're not very good bundles, and it just saves you from excessive spending, because those character bundles, one character for $35, I did not purchase it. Of course I had Cat, but if I didn't, I probably wouldn't have purchased it either, because I don't think that's a very good bundle. Next we have is new farms. So GL Ahsoka and Balin's Skull. So if you don't have access to them and you don't have them, like let's say you had Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, Bo-Katan Mandalore, all your assault battles, you invested in everything that you purchased, then what do? Then you can farm for GL Ahsoka and you can farm for Balin's Skull, and that is some super safe farms because they're super new. So I don't think they're going to make a Lightspeed bundle. Even maybe Gungans, like I don't think they're going to sell us Gungans anytime soon, because the farm still I'm pretty sure it's not accelerated at this point, but the farm is is still new. So if you wanted to invest in them, you can. I definitely wouldn't recommend investing in Gungans right now if you don't have them fully invested in. Maybe if you were just waiting and you had Ahsoka and Balin and you're like, well, what do I farm now? And for some reason you don't have Gungans, then yeah, go for it. But all these farms are pretty safe as far as the Great Mothers, the Shin Hati, Merrick, Balin's Skull, and then the GL Ahsoka farm for the Spectres. Super safe farm. We're not going to get a bundle for those any time. And even those marquee bundles, the absolute trash, garbage, GL Ahsoka bundle thing, Lightspeed bundles they've been giving us, like $65 to $75 for a single character, and it's only accessible if you have 300 plus shards, are straight garbage. Garbage. I don't know who that's for, but it's not for you, it's not for me. I don't know who it's for, but I'm definitely not going to buy them. I don't recommend them. So farming these characters are good because they're going to give you, like, one, the GL Ahsoka is going to give you GL Ahsoka, and then that comes with the Imperial Remnant assault battle. And then Balin's Skull has two bangerific teams with the Great Mothers and Balin's Skull. So both worthwhile farms that you can absolutely invest in. and that's pretty safe from getting a Lightspeed bundle anytime soon. So that's what I would do if I was you. And then after that, and don't forget like Poncho Bros 2. So I don't think they're accelerated yet, but I did talk about the assault battles. If you don't have the Poncho Bros up and running with Padawan Obi-Wan, Master Qui-Gon, I would get them up and running as soon as you can, at least Relic 7. But if you have all that, then what do? And you're like, well, I have all my, I have GL Ahsoka. Chances are you probably don't have all the fleets, and if you do have all the fleets, they're still worth farming. We haven't really got any bundles for them. If we did, it would probably be like an Executor bundle or Profundity bundle or something. So Leviathan, I don't know. They could sell us a bundle on it. Who knows? I stopped guessing what will or won't be a bundle, but I doubt Leviathan will be a bundle anytime soon. But you never know. But ships, fleet currency is amazing, so you need to get those fleet crystals. So there's no better time than now to farm Leviathan. So if you don't have Leviathan and you have access to it, then farm that. If you don't have Executor, then farm that. If you don't have Profundity, then you can farm that as well, because all the other bundles were like Profundity adjacent and were pretty good bundles. So you can do ships. So if you have all that or you don't want to do that, what do you do now? So what you can do is just focus on passion projects. Focus on something that is fun. So focus on something that you just wanted to farm because you want it in your account, because you have your attachment for that in Star Wars. So if you farm a passion project, if they come out with a bundle, who cares? Like, it's your passion project. You had fun with it. You invested in yourself. Then you can do that. So that's my last piece of advice is if you're tired of efficiency, you're tired of like whatever a bundle is, then farm whatever you want to your heart's content, whatever you want in your account, whatever you want to engage in. And that's going to be the best bet of how to not worry about Lightspeed bundles. And of course, if you're free to play, then farm whatever you want. You can do efficiency, you can do your passion projects, you can follow my new to play farm guides, you can farm, you probably should farm Jabba if you don't have Jabba, or Executor if you don't have Executor. But other than that, like, farm whatever you want, because these Lightspeed bundles aren't really affecting you. So that's my best advice of what to do with these farms. It's unfortunate at the speed at which they're releasing Lightspeed bundles. I've been able to take great advantage of them. Luckily, I've been able to keep up the mods. It's the Zetas that are really hurting me. So, you know, you just got to do what you got to do. Farm what you're going to farm and try to make the farming pathway that is best for you in your account. And if you misjudged or you got something or you finished a farm and they ended up dropping a Lightspeed bundle for it, then don't worry about it. Just continue farming. It doesn't hurt you in any way. Yeah, you could have focused those resources on something else, but you can't look at something in the past and with the information that you have and say, I should have done this or I should have done that. That's not really how hindsight works, because there's no data that we can have right now to predict what is going to be a Lightspeed bundle in the future, or the path, or the pacing that they're going to release these things. So all I can say is, if you follow this advice, that's the best advice I have for you. But don't feel bad if you ended up farming a bundle and it ends up becoming or if you finished a farm and it ends up being a bundle shortly after. But as long as you like had reason or had resources, or you know, then it probably isn't that big of a deal anyways. So let me know in the comments what you think, what you're going to do. What's your plan moving forward? Are you going to completely ignore these? Are you going to listen to some of my advice? Or are you just going to kind of like shoot from the hip and hope you don't hit a Lightspeed bundle in the future? So other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.